Hello guys, I am David and I'm gonna give you 5 tips on how to learn new vocabulary. But first of all, I would like to share my experience with you and on how I learned not English but Turkish. So here goes. Tip number 1. Have a notebook, please. Many times I ask to students if they have a notebook and they tell me that they don't even have a notebook. So it's very important to have a vocabulary notebook. It has to be only for vocabulary. If it's small, it's much better. So just have this, go to the kırtasiye and buy one. It's just 2 or 3 liras. And whenever you learn a new word, you're gonna do the following. You're gonna have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. In the first one, you're gonna write the word, let's say, I don't know, to run. In the second one, you're gonna write how to pronounce it in Turkish, or you're gonna write the Turkish words. So I think run would be R-A-N, run. And then in the last one, you're gonna write the translation. So you're gonna have 3 columns. The first one in English, second one, the pronunciation, and the third one is gonna be the Turkish word. Okay, that is the first tip. Buy a notebook, please do it, small one, it's a good idea. Tip number 2, if you don't have a notebook, then use your hands. So for example, this week I learned a word in Turkish. I asked to my students because I was constantly using this word because they couldn't understand what I meant. So what I did, I wrote it in my hand, and this pen is not working. I wrote it on my hand. I'm gonna show you the word. I wrote this word in my hand. Katılmak. So if you don't have a notebook, use your hand. Write it in your hand. Katılmak, whatever. And then you're gonna remember it more because you're gonna have it near you and it's gonna be easy for you to remember it. So write it down in your hand every day for 8 days. Because to learn a new word, you have to learn it 8 times. It's the only way. If you just write it once, you're not gonna remember the next day. So write it down again the next day. Okay. Tip number 3 is the easiest one, and you always have it in your pocket, your phone. Download an application. You should download one application. For example, my advice, Duolingo. Duolingo is a really good tool. You can use it just for 5 minutes every day and it's going to be very, very effective. You can use it as an extra material for your classes. And it gives you really nice vocabulary, very basic one, but very useful one. So download applications to your phone. That's a really good one. Tip number 4, music. The best thing that you can do to learn a language is learning the music from that language. So for example, if you want to learn Spanish, learn Despacito. If you want to learn English, well, learn any of the songs in English. If you want to learn Turkish, like in my case, I'm gonna learn Turkish from Tarkan, or from Model, or from Hadise, or from Murat Boz, whatever. So learn the lyrics of the songs. You're gonna learn a lot of vocabulary from those lyrics. You're gonna learn a lot, learn the pronunciation, and don't do it just once, and you're gonna love it. Just put those headphones on your head and start learning. Tip number 5, just talk to a foreign friend. It could be on a chat, it could be on the phone, it could be on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever. Just talk to a friend because you're gonna have to use the words that you have learned. So it's gonna be very, very useful for you if you have a foreign friend, and he can teach you about new words. He can teach you about the vocabulary of the word, and you're gonna be able to use it. So it's gonna be okay. So that's it for today. Those are the tips that I wanted to share to you guys. Remember to always, when you learn the word, repeat it again and again and again. So this week my word was katılmak. So I was constantly repeating it for me to learn it. And in that case, it stayed in my brain, it stuck in my brain, and now I didn't forget it. So remember to do that all the time. Okay, that's all for me today. See you later.